Coinvera USA proudly welcomes you to another exciting edition of Top 4 Rare Coins, where today we're taking a closer look at 4 fascinating USA quarter-dollar coins from different years and conditions. In this feature, we explore the 1985 quarter in fine condition, the 1983 quarter in good condition, the 1973 quarter in circulatory condition, and the 1988 quarter in good condition. Each of these quarters carries its own story, historical background, and potential collector value, proving that even everyday pocket change can hold surprising treasures. Let's dive in and discover what makes these 4 quarters stand out in the world of coin collecting. Let's start. The 1985 USA quarter-dollar coin in fine condition. For many collectors, this coin may look ordinary at first glance, but in today's competitive numismatic market, even a circulated 1985 quarter can spark serious interest. If you have one tucked away in an old jar, drawer, or inherited collection, you might be holding a piece of American history that still carries demand and steady value. The 1985 quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1985, the United States was in a decade of economic growth and cultural transformation, and these quarters were produced in large numbers for everyday commerce. They were minted primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver facilities of the United States Mint, and proof versions were struck in San Francisco for collectors. While millions entered circulation, not all survived in collectible condition, which makes well-preserved fine condition examples increasingly desirable. On the obverse, or head side, the coin proudly features the left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word Liberty arches above his head, while In God We Trust appears to the left, and the date 1985 is struck below the portrait. In fine condition, you can still clearly see Washington's profile, though light wear appears on the hair and cheek. The reverse, or tail side, displays the powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches. Above the eagle is United States of America, and below it reads quarter dollar. Even in fine condition, the eagle's wings and body remain distinct, though some feather detail may be softened from circulation. Culturally, the 1985 quarter represents more than just 25 cents. It reflects an era before the state quarter program reshaped American coinage in 1999. These pre-state quarters carry a classic design that many collectors feel represents traditional American coin artistry. They circulated during a time when cash transactions dominated everyday life, making them silent witnesses to millions of daily exchanges across the country. In terms of physical specifications, the 1985 quarter weighs 5.67 grams and is composed of a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core. The diameter measures 24.3 millimeters, and the edge is reeded. These standard specifications have remained consistent for Washington quarters since 1965, when silver was removed from regular circulating issues. When we talk about rarity, it is important to understand that the 1985 quarter was minted in large quantities, with hundreds of millions produced. However, coins in fine condition today are becoming harder to find without heavy scratches, environmental damage, or cleaning marks. A natural, evenly worn example with clear lettering and solid detail can stand out. Error coins from 1985, such as off-center strikes or double dies, are especially in high demand and can command impressive premiums in the collector market. Now let's discuss value, which is what many viewers are most curious about. In standard fine condition, a regular 1985 quarter typically carries a market value of around 50 cents to $2 depending on eye appeal and mint mark. However, high-grade uncirculated examples can reach $10 to $25, and certified error varieties may climb much higher. In today's rare coin excitement, some sellers advertise exceptional 1985 quarters at inflated figures. In the United Kingdom market, you may see speculative listings claiming values of £150, £250, or even £400, which equals approximately £150, £250, or £400. While those higher figures usually apply to rare mint errors or pristine graded coins rather than standard fine condition pieces, The buzz itself shows the strong interest surrounding vintage Washington quarters. For collectors, the key is patience and knowledge. Always check the mint mark located near Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Look for coins with original surfaces and avoid polished or cleaned examples, as cleaning reduces value. Storing your quarter in a protective holder will help preserve its condition. If you believe you have an unusual strike or error, consider professional grading for authentication and protection. In conclusion, the 1985 USA quarter dollar in fine condition remains a fascinating and collectible piece of American coinage. While it may not always command sky-high prices in standard circulated form, its historical importance, classic design, and steady collector demand keep it relevant in today's market. Whether you are a beginner building your first album or an experienced numismatist searching for hidden gems, the 1985 quarter continues to prove that even everyday pocket change can carry lasting value and surprising opportunity. Number 2. The 1983 USA quarter dollar coin, and you might be surprised to learn why collectors are paying close attention to this seemingly ordinary piece of change. The 1983 quarter, struck by the United States Mint, has quietly built a reputation in the numismatic world. While millions were produced, finding one today in genuinely good condition is far more exciting than most people realize. For coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters alike, this coin represents opportunity, history, and hidden value. The 1983 quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932. It was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, and over the decades it became a permanent design in American coinage. By 1983, the United States was recovering from economic challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s, and coin production numbers were adjusted based on circulation needs. Interestingly, the Mint did not release official uncirculated sets for 1983, which makes well-preserved examples harder to find today compared to many other modern quarters. Looking at the front, or obverse, of the 1983 quarter, you'll see the strong left-facing profile of George Washington. The word Liberty arches above his head, while In God We Trust appears to the left, and the date 1983 sits clearly below. The reverse, often called the tail side, features the classic eagle design that was used on Washington quarters before the state quarter program began in 1999. The eagle stands proudly with wings spread, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. Around it, you'll read United States of America and quarter dollar. This timeless design connects directly to traditional American symbolism and pride. Culturally and historically, the 1983 quarter represents a transitional period in American coin collecting. It comes from a time before the explosion of special edition quarters and commemorative designs that would later capture public attention. Because no mint sets were officially issued that year, many 1983 quarters entered circulation immediately. As a result, coins in good condition today stand out. They reflect a moment in history when everyday currency quietly became collectible due to limited preserved examples rather than low mintage alone. The coin has a standard weight of 5.67 grams and is composed of a copper core with a cupronickel-clad outer layer. Its diameter measures 24.3 millimeters, and it features a reeded edge. These physical characteristics match other quarters of the modern clad era, but condition plays a major role in value. Even small differences in surface quality, luster, and detail sharpness can significantly influence collector demand. When we talk about rarity, it's important to clarify that the 1983 quarter is not rare in total mintage numbers. However, it is conditionally scarce. Circulated examples are very common and typically trade close to face value, around 25 cents. But in good condition, especially coins showing strong detail and minimal wear, values can rise. In today's market, a 1983 quarter in solid good to very fine condition might range from $1 to $5 depending on eye appeal. Higher grade uncirculated examples can bring $15, $25, or even more if professionally graded. In rare cases of near-perfect mint state examples, collectors have paid $100 or more, depending on certification and demand. If we convert attention to the United Kingdom market for comparison purposes, circulated examples generally remain under £1 in value. However, in high collector-driven scenarios, some sellers list exceptional pieces at promotional asking prices in the hundreds of pounds. For example, you may see listings around £150 or even £250, which equals £150 or £250 respectively. While those higher numbers often reflect speculative or premium listings rather than confirmed sale prices, they show the perceived demand and excitement surrounding well-preserved 1983 quarters. For collectors, the key is condition and mint mark. Checking whether the coin was minted in Philadelphia or Denver can matter, and examining it under proper lighting helps reveal scratches, wear, and luster. Storing coins in protective holders and avoiding cleaning them is essential, because cleaning can drastically reduce value. Many beginners mistakenly polish coins, but serious collectors prefer original surfaces, even if slightly worn. The 1983 quarter in good condition holds a special place for collectors who enjoy modern coins with a twist. Its lack of official mint sets, combined with decades of circulation, makes quality examples more desirable than people expect. It proves that even coins from the 1980s can carry collector interest and surprising value when preserved properly. In the end, the 1983 USA $quarter coin reminds us that hidden treasures often sit quietly in our pockets and drawers. While most examples remain worth face value, strong condition pieces continue to gain attention in the marketplace. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your coin journey, the 1983 quarter offers a fascinating blend of history, design, and growing demand that keeps collectors searching and watching the market closely. Number 3. The 1973 Washington quarter. At first glance, a 1973 quarter in circulating condition might seem like ordinary pocket change, but collectors across the country are taking a closer look at these coins as interest in vintage American currency continues to grow. Even coins that show everyday wear can carry meaningful historical value and surprising market demand, especially when they are well-preserved examples from important production years. The 1973 quarter was issued by the United States Mint during a time when America was transitioning economically and culturally in the post-Vietnam era. By 1973, the quarter was already part of the long-running Washington design series that began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. Unlike earlier silver quarters produced before 1965, the 1973 version was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, reflecting the nationwide shift away from precious metal coinage. Millions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, making it a widely circulated coin that became a daily part of American commerce throughout the 1970s. Looking closely at the head side, or obverse, you'll see the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word "Liberty" arches proudly above his head, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left, and the date 1973 is struck below. The reverse, or tail side, features the powerful American bald eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch. Above the eagle is the inscription, United States of America, and below is the denomination, $quarter. This iconic design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose work has become one of the most recognized images in U.S. coin history. Culturally and historically, the 1973 quarter represents a snapshot of America during a transformative decade. It circulated during a period marked by economic challenges, political change, and evolving American identity. These coins passed through the hands of millions of citizens, from grocery stores to gas stations, making them silent witnesses to everyday American life. For many collectors, owning a 1973 quarter is like holding a small metallic time capsule from the early 1970s. In terms of physical details, the 1973 Washington quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. It is composed of a copper core layered between outer sheets of copper nickel, giving it durability suitable for heavy circulation. In circulating condition, you'll often notice worn details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, along with minor scratches and surface marks that tell the story of decades in use. Now let's talk about rarity and condition. While the 1973 quarter is not considered rare in general circulation, higher-grade examples and coins with mint errors can command significantly stronger attention in today's market. Circulated coins typically show moderate wear, which keeps their base value close to face value. However, collectors are always searching for coins with sharper details, fewer marks, and original luster. Coins graded in uncirculated or mint state condition can bring considerably higher premiums, especially if preserved carefully over the decades. When it comes to current market value in the United States, a 1973 quarter in normal circulating condition is generally worth around 25 cents to $1, depending on overall wear and collector interest. However, special error coins or high-grade mint state examples can reach $20, $50, or even over $100 in strong collector markets. In extremely rare cases involving unique mint errors, values can climb even higher, creating excitement among hobbyists. If we look at estimated values converted into British currency, standard circulated examples may range from approximately 20 pence to 80 pence. But in high-demand collector scenarios, premium examples are sometimes promoted at impressive figures such as £200, £350, or even £500, which in numbers would be £200, £350, or £500. These higher figures usually apply to exceptional or error varieties and should always be verified through professional grading services before making major purchasing decisions. For collectors, the key is careful inspection. Always check the mint mark, which may appear on the reverse below the wreath for Denver issues, while Philadelphia coins from that era often have no mint mark. Look for strong strike quality, minimal scratches, and any unusual features that could indicate a mint error. Storing coins in protective holders and avoiding cleaning them is essential, as cleaning can reduce collectible value. Building a complete date and mint collection of Washington quarters can also increase long-term appeal and demand. In conclusion, the 1973 Washington quarter in circulating condition may seem common at first glance, but it carries historical depth, artistic legacy, and growing collector interest. While most examples remain modest in value, the right condition or unique feature can transform this everyday coin into a sought-after collectible. For enthusiasts and new collectors alike, the 1973 quarter represents opportunity, history, and the thrill of discovery, proving once again that even the simplest pocket change can hold remarkable stories and potential value. The 1988 United States quarter dollar, a coin that continues to capture the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike. Though minted over 3 decades ago, this particular quarter in good condition holds a special charm and historical significance that makes it more than just a piece of currency. It's a small slice of American heritage that can brighten any collection. The 1988 quarter carries with it a story that traces back to a pivotal era in the late 20th century. Produced during a time when the U.S. economy was undergoing dynamic shifts, this coin embodies the durability and reliability that Americans have come to associate with their currency. While it may not be one of the rarest quarters in history, its enduring design and solid craftsmanship give it a timeless appeal. The obverse of the coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, whose dignified visage has graced quarters for generations. The intricate details of Washington's hair, profile, and the word liberty above him, along with the phrase "In God We Trust," showcase the meticulous artistry that goes into every minting. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic eagle with outstretched wings perched atop a bundle of arrows, flanked by olive branches. This design is not just an aesthetic choice. It represents strength, peace, and the resilience of the nation, making it deeply symbolic in American culture. Beyond its design, the 1988 quarter also carries significant weight and measurements that collectors appreciate. With a standard weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, it fits perfectly within the series of quarters minted in this era. These precise specifications make it easy for collectors to identify and verify authenticity, which adds to its desirability in the numismatic world. Collectors also note that quarters from this period, especially those in good condition, display minimal wear and retain much of their original luster, offering a pleasing visual appeal that enhances their value. For those interested in the cultural and historical importance, the 1988 quarter is a reflection of the era's economic optimism and the continued reverence for American symbols. It's not just a coin you hold in your hand, it's a reminder of the people, politics, and cultural shifts of the late 1980s. Collectors often cherish this piece for both its aesthetic qualities and the nostalgic connection it offers to a transformative decade in U.S. history. Key facts that enthusiasts often highlight include its composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, its uniform minting standards across Philadelphia and Denver, and the fact that millions were produced, ensuring that this coin is accessible yet special when found in good condition. When it comes to rarity, while the 1988 quarter isn't classified as extraordinarily rare, its value lies in its condition and collectability. Coins that have been well preserved, showing sharp details and minimal signs of circulation, are highly sought after by both casual collectors and seasoned numismatists. In today's market, a 1988 quarter in good condition can command impressive attention. While exact pricing varies, collectors in the United States often see values ranging in the hundreds, and for illustrative purposes, this could translate to roughly £150 to £250, depending on the coin's exact condition, provenance, and market trends. For serious collectors, these coins are a great way to enhance a collection without breaking the bank, offering both historical significance and investment potential. For those looking to expand their coin collections, a few tips can make a significant difference. Always handle coins carefully, preferably with gloves, to preserve their surface and avoid tarnishing. Store them in protective holders or cases to maintain their condition. Pay attention to details like mint marks and subtle variations in design, as these often influence value. And perhaps most importantly, pursue coins with a sense of passion and curiosity, appreciating not just their monetary worth but the story each coin tells about America's history. In conclusion, the 1988 USA quarter in good condition is far more than a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of history, culture, and artistry, cherished by collectors for its design, condition, and connection to a bygone era. Whether you're a casual enthusiast or a serious numismatist, owning a coin like this adds both prestige and historical depth to any collection. So next time you come across a 1988 quarter, take a moment to appreciate its beauty, its story, and the rich legacy it represents within the ever-evolving narrative of American coinage.